man,
Yeah.
court-ordered Brady training, and there's probably going to be precedent
Court-ordered
case law on
what?
Brady training. I got Brady established. Set precedent.
That's what
Motherfucker.
Archibald said. Yeah,
Yup.
good shit.
Yeah. So happy. I'm so fucking happy about that. Daisy and I set out to achieve that one fucking goal, and we got it. So I'm very pleased with myself. I'm not gonna lie. I am preening right now.
I think you did a good job. Yeah. Yeah, I just got done talking to Archibald. I told him how much of a fucking idiot he was for taking on the case. He thinks he's gonna die, and he's like, yeah, well, Archibald's a really good guy. He believes everyone needs representation, but I'm like, with someone like that client, everyone does, but it's like, how do I put this? Like, it's like, I don't know.
He didn't need advice of counsel from what I could see.
Oh my God.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're both lawyers, so we both know that, like, we can tell when somebody doesn't need us. Because they think they have all the answers, right? Like, if you don't actually need my advice, then what am I doing here? I'm gonna go fuck off.
Well, he thought that, but the guy was fucking. I literally love court cases. I got bored, like listen to this guy talk. So I spent about 15 minutes in the car thinking of something cheeky to tweet out, but I couldn't summarize it in like 15 words. It was just.
We would have heard less testimony from him.
Yeah.
Had he actually gone up on the stand himself.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's when I lost it. Well, it was very early on. I was only there for like 15 minutes. It was like, there was like a statement made by Daisy, and he's like started arguing about what she meant. It's like, you can't testify, you dumb fuck. Like, I don't know.
I just literally, I'm like, you know what? This is just hurting him more than it's helping him. Because what's that like Sun Tzu quote? Like, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Just do ask that question. I'm not gonna object. The answer hurts you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I am currently, God, I have to meet with a lifer. Actually, maybe I can get your thoughts on this. There's a lifer who wants to go for a parole hearing.
Oh boy, is this?
Do you know how we're gonna? If
Remedy's
do you
friend?
know? Yeah, it's who you think it is.
Good. Best of luck with you.
Okay, it'd be like
I've
that.
sent
I don't
so
know how
many
we're entertaining things.
I've been so. How do I put this? I told her I don't want to talk about it anymore. Look, here's like. Look, I'm gonna just cut to the chase here.
Just do it. Just do it. Cut to the quick.
The fucking. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! You scared the shit out of me.
I could have killed you.
Yeah,
like
I know
that.
you could have killed me. Why? Listen, I hang out over here.
No, I saw your car. Thought I'd say good day.
Oh, that's not how you say hi. Jesus fucking Christ.
You got caught lacking.
Now I want to know, how did they say hi?
Bailey is doing his best, and Remedy won't stop calling about something that's really awkward. So, you get what I'm saying?
I do.
These are, people from a very other. You get what I'm saying? So
I 100%. You know,
it's so hard to talk about it because it's like you're giving someone hope for something that isn't there.
You mean when people beg for construction requests?
No, this is worse. like
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying, right? Like,
I do.
Can you help me? I don't know. I'm not gonna say it, like, because it sounds mean, but it's not mean because that's what they're asking for. Like, punch the ticket,
I just wanna,
please.
Wait. Oh.
What do you? I mean, that's what it is, right?
Okay.
You know that, right?
Oh God.
Well,
no.
Wait, you don't.
I did not realize that
lifers.
Okay.
Lifers.
Right. They come from. They are transfers from another city.
Exactly.
Right. They weren't found guilty here.
And Bailey is working on a release program, right? But that he's got a lot of work on his plate to get there.
They have to do immigration paperwork.
Exactly.
First.
Yep. They don't have a social security number. Yep.
All right. So it's so how did we back in the day, what was it? Do you remember? I'm trying to think. I'm like, so the only thing I can think of that I'm like using as like my like foundational basis, like, right, for even evaluating this was that we let Bane out.
I'm sorry?
We let Bane out. He was a lifer. And he was our test program, and then we never did it again for reasons.
I don't know Bane.
You probably don't.
Siobhan, I hate this conversation so much. I don't know.
I
Someone
hate it
slash
too.
awarded
I hate
him
it.
a couple times. Like,
Okay.
what do you want me to say? Like, I don't know like how. Yeah. Like, I mean, a guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's why it's such an awkward conversation. Like, what are we supposed to say? Like, you know, do your best and like hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's no like going too deep into it. It's like you end up with these like fucking wall knocking conversations. You know, like
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I know when people go too deep into things, and they end up with some bullshit wall knocking. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to.
Yep.
So
that's my position. I stopped picking up the phone on these because, like, I feel like an asshole for something that I have zero control of, and neither does anyone. And the person that has control of it is doing his best, so to make that program work. So.
Oh, you know, on one hand, cool.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you know, Bailey is not around a lot.
He's cooking. He's cooking. I can tell you that. He doesn't seem like it, but he's cooking. You know.
He's not much of a chef, in my opinion.
I mean, who is? Who is? We have fucking.
I think you and I are pretty good chefs.
Sorry, can I talk to you in like 15?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not you. Yeah, I'll give you a call as soon as I'm free. So, I mean, you say that. You see the DOJ announcement?
Oh, yeah.
That was a day and a half after I talked to a marshal about my concerns around it, because they said that they handle those things. And then this announcement comes out. It's fucking like it's all across the board. You know what I mean? I'm at wit's end. I'm at fucking wit's end. And I'm already motions are already happening.
I finally read all of Moose's like the latest article because I hadn't gotten a chance to do it. Oh my fucking god, super well articulated. He actually outright calls for the impeachment at the end too, which is
in motion.
That's quite a call to action.
Nope. I've like I said, I told you the other day, I've bit my tongue way too long, and now I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? People, everybody is getting fucked in the ass, and the thing is, Moose's articles are only like scratching the surface. So yeah.
I mean, Nino, have you seen like the criminal possession of a chemical weapon charge? Have you seen that?
When?
Have you seen it? If you read the criminal possession of a chemical weapon charge, okay? I don't know if that was included in the announcement or not, but if you read the definition of it, a jerry can full of gas is criminal possession of a chemical weapon.
Well, I'm not surprised because, for lack of a better word, there's no logic, there's no forethought, there is no what is the side effect of it's like in checkers you move a piece one at a time. You don't have to think too many steps ahead, but in chess you do, and that's kind of what's happening. And it's frustrating because most of my conversations in this space surrounding for the last like 2 months has been, hey, this is an issue, and it's like, no, it's not, because I think this way, but I will not substantiate it. And it's like, well, what do you do with that? So.
Oh, God, I don't know, because, like, the number one thing I was taught as a judge is that, like, the number one thing you're taught to do is to be able to articulate all of your reasoning, because if you can't fucking do that, because if you can't do that, why should anybody believe you?
Exactly. Thank you. Yes. And that's the heart of it. That is the heart of it.
Yeah, you don't always have to, but you should at least be able to when, like, called upon, when it's necessary.
Right.
And if you can't, then there's a problem.
Because there was never a basis for why you made that action. It's something, well, I mean, let's not even get started. I know that, you know, about how the Constitution was rewritten as a side effect of Soze's case, and I know you're going to feel a certain way, but we were sold on the fucking snake oil, which was
I wouldn't say
everything
snake
needs
oil.
to spawn from it. Well, maybe not snake oil, but it's, well, I don't know. It works pretty well too.
I don't know. Giving legislative authorities where you immediately give the DOJ in 1.5 sentences, judicial, legislative, and executive all in one is crazy. To me.
I literally just got done like outing all that to a marshal earlier today, and it was just like Pikachu
No separation
face.
of power.
Exactly.
Literally judge, jury, executioner.
Well, I was asked like, well, you know what, like, so I posed a
That's snake
hypothetical.
oil.
I posed a hypothetical
Okay.
about who watches the watcher, right? Was effectively the statement. And it was like, oh, well, you can report it to me. I'm like, okay, well, let me say I report, and I gave an example, which was your temporary or friend. I don't know what your relationship is with Daisy, but I brought up an example of like Daisy threatened cops that they would get fired if they read a public document, and it was like, well, I'll take her. I don't know anything about it now. It turned from like, you can report it to me to I don't know anything about it. I'm like, well, I'm reporting it right now. What are you going to do? It's like, well, it's going to go up to the director. And I'm like, okay, and then what? How do we know the outcome? It's like, well, no one finds the outcome of the investigation. I'm like, there it is. That's the problem.
Who watches the Watchmen?
Who watches
Indeed.
the Watchmen? And I was like, well, what's this? The question was, what do you do? How do you solve it? And I'm like, public hearings. It's like, and then I posed, let me give you an example. Let's say there was somebody that was selling information to the Russians and then got outed for it. But the government was like, we're not going to tell you the outcome of this.
Okay, so like if they didn't tell us the outcome of Paul Manafort. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, that would be crazy.
It would be. Or like if there was something wrong with someone's emails and someone had to look into the email server. Right, but nobody knew in the public what the outcome was, and then they ran
there's
for
a whole
president.
reason. There's a whole reason. There's a whole reason we don't have secret trials.
Yeah.
In the United States in general, right? Why things aren't kept secret.
Well, there are secret courts as a side effect of the Patriot Act.
Some things are sealed, so Patriot Act. Well, before that, there was not supposed to be because, Patriot Act America. Oh God, stop, brain, don't go down dark path. Sorry.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Rebooting. There used to not be secret trials under the understanding that that was some fucking
we don't have FISA
authoritarian
courts.
bullshit.
We have FISA investigations of the government.
Oh my God, we do.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we do. That's crazy.
Exactly. If it's the marshals and the DOJ, what's the difference between FISA courts and FISA investigation? It's the same shit, except it's worse.
There is none. It's actually worse because at some point the FISA information can be fucking released.
Yes, exactly.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's worse. Yeah, it's worse.
So how do you unpack that when some of the things are so egregiously obvious, right? So that's my life right now.
I think some of their authority needs to. How do you ask the Department of Justice, Nino, to evaluate its own authority and say, yeah, we shouldn't have all that power. Maybe there should be some separation. How do you ask them to do that? Ask them to willingly give up power.
What if I were to expand that the Constitution that it currently exists effectively outlines that there needs to be a separation of power if you read it properly? Right? Because most of the stuff is derived.
I mean, implied powers are still as real as explicit powers, but it is somewhat. But then there's straight up the DOJ shall have a law enforcement agency that is responsible for overseeing other law enforcement offices. They shouldn't have it. It shall ensure the enforcement of laws should not be here. They are not law enforcement.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well, I mean, I gotta chat with somebody. I'd love to chat more on this.
No, we'll talk
you.
more. I'm sorry. I gotta talk to you, and then I gotta interview.
The last thing I want you to kind of keep in mind, right? There's 3 branches of government, right, in the United States.
Yep.
I was
Civics,
ordered
101.
to do things by the top. They also are the judges. They also are law enforcement. They also write legislation. So, like, there's no 3 branches. There's only one. You know, and so yeah.
Yep.
So
you're so fucking right.
yeah, and that's now my, you know, I'm cooking though. So I'll let you in on what I'm working on.
Okay.
Maybe tonight or tomorrow.
I think you and I might be working on like the same thing, so we should connect.
Okay. All right.
It's just like something I've been like just thinking about, and yeah, for sure. Call me.
All right, we'll do.
All right, bye.
Bye. Resort.